We're the Drone Champions League, the World Championship for professional drone racing teams, and we can't wait to get our 7th season up into the air for 2022, along with the return of the DCL Women's Cup. And to do that, as we've done in so many of our previous seasons, we've given you gamers the chance to turn your gaming skills via DCL the game into a chance to fly for a professional real-life racing team. We do that with what we call the DCL Draft Selection. Let's remember what the challenge was for this year. We gave everybody in the game 2 weeks to show us their best times across 4 tracks. Then we invited the top 300 pilots to have 24 hours and record 5 attempts of their best times on a brand new, never before seen track. Teams also had the chance to get to know these pilots as well as see their racing, and then they got to make their selections. We're here to celebrate those who can now call themselves members of teams in the DCL. So here are the picks. Unlike other sporting drafts, the teams got to choose in the reverse order of last season's leaderboard, which means we're going to start with SDT Perpetuum from Spain. They were known as SDT Euro Flytech last year. They'd previously been a guest wildcard team in many previous years, but 2021 saw them to become a permanent contender for the World Championship. So they kicked things off in the draft, and the first pilot to join for 2022. Congratulations, Shrimpy Boy, who's not only their first pick, but the first time we've had a pilot representing New Zealand in the DCL. Well done, Shrimpy Boy. You're also going to be joined by Ivan Marino of Spain, and we have big news in the shape of Alex Zamora. You may know him as a world champion after he helped XBlade Racing win the DCL title back in 2020 and helped the team become runners-up last year. The news is he's been traded from XBlade Racing over to Spain Drone Team, so he's going to be racing with his compatriots this year, and we might get to see what Zamora can do against his old teammates. We'd love to see that if it happens. Now let's turn our attention to Supersonic X from South Korea, a team who we love in the DCL but had a bit of a declining season last year, so it will help them that they managed to pick up the fastest pilot in the draft. Congratulations to Shane from France, who set the fastest time out of everybody on our DCL draft race and is also a big name in the online community and in our Discord too. Nice to see you in the DCL. Shane, you're also going to be joined by Moga FPV, and we know South Korea. Yeah, we've seen a lot of very fast pilots continue to race in the DCL from there. We'll look forward to seeing what Anoa Kim can do from South Korea for Supersonic X. The next team we'll talk about are the China Dragons. Last year in 2021, the best season they'd ever had by some way. They'll be looking to build on that, and we are thrilled that they have started to do so by picking the 10th fastest pilot in the DCL draft, Ion FPV, who is the first pilot to ever join the DCL from India. Can't wait to talk with you, Ion FPV. Would love to know about the growing drone racing community over in India. Also going to be racing with Geek FPV, who's joining the team out of Italy, and they picked up some American pilots as well. KB and the Ice Cheetah and the 4th fastest pilot in the draft, J-Box. All those American pilots will be racing for China Dragons. We also welcome Duona Lan FPV. Talking of Americans, let's go to Quad Force 1. Our loud and proud, all red, all white and all blue American friends will look to build on the 3rd places that they've managed to get in previous years, and they've added 4 new American pilots to the roster to try and do so. We welcome QT FPV, Screecher FPV, Jake Hammer, who if we had a podium for the DCL draft race would be on 3rd place step in that, 3rd fastest pilot. Well done, Jake. And also completing the lineup out of the States and joining Quad Force 1, it's AK Drones. Now we've got to talk about XBlade Racing. 5 times consecutive world champions until last year, actually pipped to the post in the final days of racing. As you can imagine, a world championship team like XBlade Racing do not take that lying down. They have gone in big on the draft. They picked up pilots from basically everywhere. We'll start by talking about the ones from the UK. They've got the 8th fastest pilot in the draft, Pucker FPV, along with Good Vibes, who was 21st fastest, and Raspberry, racing out of the UK for XBlade Racing as well. They've also picked up the 2nd fastest pilot in the whole DCL draft, who's from Russia and is Sally FPV. They've got a pilot from Spain, Racer 250 FPV. They've got a pilot from Israel, welcome Barak Tal. And now we have to talk about Smash FPV. 12th in the draft. First pilot ever in the DCL out of Canada, But even bigger than Canada, congratulations Smash FPV, who's the first gamer ever to be picked in the DCL draft from console, playing on PS4. We at the DCL have always been so proud that our game is available on all these platforms and that you can enter our draft selection not just on Steam, but on PlayStation and Xbox as well. We knew it could be done. Smash MPV, you are the first person to do it. Congratulations, the first gamer on console to make it into the draft and get picked for a drone racing team. Can't wait to see what you and other console players can do in the future. I also mentioned earlier on that Alex Zamora has been traded out of XBlades over to SDT Perpetuum. Back in his place comes Violent FPV, who's being traded over from Jet. So that just leaves our reigning world champions, who are Raiden Racing, our black and yellow boys from Japan. They want to build on that season title, and they know every other team is going to want to take it from them, so they brought in some pilots in the shape of Russell AR out of the States, who was 7th fastest in the draft. We've also got another Turkish pilot. We've seen some great ones in the DCL. Batu FPV is joining, and of course Raiden Racing would love some homegrown talent as well. So welcome Yuki FPV out of Japan. Those are your 6 teams fighting for the 2022 DCL World Championship and the 26 new pilots who've joined them. Now we all look forward to sending it back to the skies for some racing. The new DCL World Championship and the DCL Women's Cup kick off in less than 4 weeks with the DCL Virtual Drone Grand Prix of Vaduz in Liechtenstein. New tracks, new challenges, some new races, and of course some new pilots. Join us for a truly international season of racing live to you on Saturday the 23rd of April. And in the meantime, keep up with all the pre-season news on DCL Aero, look out for the brand new season of What the Quad's starting soon, and make sure you join us for the racing on Saturday the 23rd of April. See you there, and congratulations, and good luck to all you new pilots. Welcome to the Drone Champions League.